Alright guys, I know I have a basketball in here. Yeah, I definitely made that, but I have an announcement. Basketballs. I mean, look at this cool court, but I have an announcement to make. I'm officially in the league on the Clippers. Just in case you couldn't tell. But instead of 4-minute quarters, you have 5-minute quarters. So yeah, I thought I might as well do that. Bucket. Another one. Bucket. I'm just waiting here until, the Pelicans and the Pacers arrive. They're not here right now. Yeah, we made 5-minute quarters. I'm literally him. Alright, now let's get out of here. I've shot enough.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, and thanks for joining us on this fine Thursday afternoon.
Pelicans versus the Pacers.
This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Now, the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. The front court full of star power with Ingram and Zion. Halliburton is out there with C.J. McCollum, and it's Valanciunas in its center. And for the Pacers, Siakam is out there with Turner. Then there's Benedict Mathurin, and it's T.J. McConnell, and it's Nembhard in at the shooting guard position. Oh, we get to see, Brent, two of the league's strongest backcourts tonight, and this is probably the kind of game that suits your taste, am I right?
Oh, I love it. I love it, Kevin. This game is going to come down to guard play. It's not just about the backcourt scoring. It's just as much about that strong perimeter defense.
And that's special. Turner knowing ahead of time when to get up for the alley-oop.
Valanciunas.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Outside Mathurin. Good. And McConnell gets the assist.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
From deep three-point land. And it's Halliburton missing. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Pacers. It's a three-point game. Mathurin passes to Turner. Over Valanciunas. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
And mid-range, a little outside Turner's comfort zone, but he gets it to go with focus on that one.
Greg, in terms of the Pacers' last few seasons, some have pointed to their relative lack of size. What do you think?
Well, I think a big push for them this summer was adding to their front court, particularly getting more size at the forward positions. And I think they've improved in that regard.
Turner with the steal. Here's McConnell. And he banks in the layup.
And the all-around game of Siakam is so adept at working the ball to open guys.
Halliburton outside. Fires the three. Hits it from three-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Siakam. And so Indiana again turning it over.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Pelicans have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Halliburton is doubled. Williamson against Turner. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. And the shot goes in from Siakam.
Oh, and they made him work for it, but Siakam knows how to finish strong inside.
Floats it up for Williamson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Taking flight, Zion doing what he does best, getting up off the ground and bringing it down.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Doubled by Halliburton. Here's Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
What a phenomenal athlete Siakam is. Just taking off and finishing with power at the rim.
And so here is New Orleans, trailing by 4 to the left side wing. There's Williamson with the 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Siakam's shot is off. For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Ingram kicks to Halliburton. Back to Ingram. Over Mathurin. And Ingram with the basket on the assist by Halliburton.
Well, Ingram just letting it rip right now on the offensive end.
Brandon Ingram, tiny dog, is what they called him when he first got into the NBA, Brent. And he has become a very loud bark. What a player.
Yeah, Kevin, a lot of talk about him having to jump around in the shower to get wet, but he has put on the weight and become ferocious on the offensive end. This guy does not back down, and he's worked hard to fill out that frame.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. You know, Brent, here we are looking at the New Orleans Pelicans. It does seem like they are improving. What do you think?
Well, they made the playoffs in 2022 and the play-in tournament in 2023. But there's something that they haven't had on the floor that you feel like if that gets right, they're going to get right.
And the Hornets going with a whole new group out there. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. McConnell passes to Smith to the inside, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Now, here's Toppin. Rebound by Marshall.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone. They certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break.
And that one's good. Daniels.
Well, trying to develop his all-around game when Larry Nance Jr. moves it like this, and he's everybody better.
Pass to McConnell. Here's Jones. Good. And McConnell gets the assist.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
It's stolen by Smith. And they're moving it up. There's the lob to the hoop. And it goes out of bounds. That one off McConnell.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
There's 37 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Alvarado. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you love the energy of Jose Alvarado. He just brings it on the floor. A clear fan favorite.
Has such a unique style of basketball, the way he goes about his business. And if a coach is smart, you're not trying to change it one bit. Jose brings all of that and mixes it up every single night.
He's off on the first. Here is something, Greg, from Pacers history. They were a dynasty at one point, and you remember it well.
Yeah, you're talking about the ABA days. But it's true. The Pacers were a dominant team before the merger. They won 3 titles in 4 seasons just before joining the league.
That's a 2 from Smith. Gets to the corner and buries it. For New Orleans, they've gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Oh, and here comes Smith all alone.
Well, Toppin trying to gain his confidence by sharing the ball. He gets an assist.
Now Marshall. Lays it up and banks it in. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, back and forth.
A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Pelicans lead by 1. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pelicans?
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
They've got Benedict Mathurin. Benedict Mathurin is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's Herbert Jones. And it's Nembhard in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers.
And there's so much about Halliburton that shows that he plays well beyond his years.
Driving the lane.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
That one thing I miss about this era, the emphasis on scoring back to the basket. You just don't see it as often.
Well, you miss it, Kevin, because that's the only way you knew how to score. So, no, it's not the most efficient shot. And trust me, when players come back in who can physically dominate the game and move players around, they'll get the ball close to the basket. But for now, let it fly. Nice find by Halliburton. Just a great feel for the game.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. Zion Williamson is a force to be reckoned with, but Coach Willie Green said he's just scratching the surface. He's going to continue to get better. Over and over again, he's making the right play. Kevin?
All right, D.A., thanks. Here's Nembhard. Following the score by Tyrese Halliburton. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. A baseline J. Again, the Pelicans score.
No hesitation from Tyrese Halliburton. He's a confident guy.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Siakam for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Siakam's got 7.
And this is what separates Siakam from other guys his size, the ball handling and that ability to stop and pop.
He missed. What?
From Halliburton. Pelicans leading by 4. You know, Greg, one thing you got to admire about Miles Turner is how sensational a shot blocker he is. Every year among the leaders in the NBA.
And Kevin, such a dependable defensive anchor. Someone that just reads shooters well, knows when to go after the block.
Poked away. It's stolen by Mathurin. And Mathurin has got the ball here for Indiana. And Siakam gets it to go on the assist by Jones. Now just a 2-point Pelican lead. Here's Halliburton. Nembhard grabs the board. The Pacers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. The game now all time. Siakam's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Great pass there from Herbert Jones. When someone's open, he'll find them.
Halliburton passes to Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. To the middle. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Loads it up for Williamson. It's stolen by Jones. Mathurin against Ingram. Siakam left side. Launches a 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Siakam's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Pacers. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Indiana.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
You know what you love seeing from Pascal Siakam is his confidence continuing to grow.
And Kevin, especially when it comes to scoring. Pascal understands how valuable he is to his team and how much they lean on him to step up on that end.
A big group substitution here for substitutes. Harry Nance is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Najee Marshall comes in for Zion Williamson. Trey Murphy's checked in for Brandon Ingram. And it's Jose Alvarado in for McCullough. Got that bucket in no time at all. Marshall's got his first points of the game.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from him.
Now Alvarado following the 3-point attempt by Pascal Siakam. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Driving inside. Count that one. They count changes now. They were still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
New Orleans moving it around. Inside. And the basket by Alvarado. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's McConnell. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Halliburton for 3. The rebound by Turner.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
McConnell passes to Turner. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Now the dish to Marshall. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got 6 assists in the game. McConnell with it. Halliburton picks him up.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And that one drops for him. McConnell's got 8. And so it's New Orleans with it. Halliburton drives in. And Halliburton slams it in.
Yeah, this is why so many people are high on Halliburton. Sensational scorer who can dominate the game at times.
Tyrese Halliburton has been on display for the Pelicans. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how would you evaluate your team's performance in the first half?
You know, I like the way we're playing tonight, but, you know, one or two untimely turnovers, these guys are going to convert quickly, so we have to play an aggressive but precise game.
Rick, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. Tyrese Halliburton led the way in the first half. He had 13 points, 6 assists, and 1 rebound. He came into tonight following a tremendous performance last time out and looks eager for a repeat. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Pelicans?
We have to love the second unit. I mean, the effort they displayed, they're doing much more than giving the starters a break. We're seeing real intensity from them, particularly on the offensive end.
And over to you, big fella. Your thoughts on the Pacers' first half?
And their defense has been an absolute disaster, offering little to no resistance, allowing the other team to walk all over them. They need to show way more fight in the second half, or they're going to get trampled.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. So for New Orleans right now, Ingram at the 3 with Williamson playing the 4. McCollum is out there with Halliburton, and it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
The rare Zion 3, when it goes in, you just take it. It's like found money in the couch.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Zion Williamson is, of course, unique athletically. His teammate C.J. McCollum says, I don't know if we'll ever see somebody with that strength, power, speed, and jumping ability. At times, the Pelicans' offensive game plan becomes simple, McCollum said. Get the ball to Z and get the heck out of the way. Kevin, I'm paraphrasing.
I know you are.
Oh! Yes, sir. Oh, the numbers speak for themselves. Siakam showing great versatility on the offensive end.
And here's Halliburton. 13 points in the game. Hey, Greg, we love watching T.J. McConnell on the court. It's like watching a guard from a couple decades ago.
And Kevin, this guy's just an old school point guard. His focus is on defense and passing, and great at both of those as an undersized guard in today's NBA.
Back to McConnell, to the paint. Here's Turner, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Turner's got 6.
And he is a load inside. Turner can back anybody down to get to his sweet spot.
The 3 from McCollum sinks the triple.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
Here's Nembhard. Count it, and he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. The Pacers shooting their first free throw of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Checked in for Turner. And it's topping in for Pascal Siakam. Daniels is checked in for New Orleans. 90 seconds now into the second half. Here's McCollum. And that one is good. McCollum's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, this is where that sweet handle of McCollum's comes into play. When he goes on the dribble drive, very few defenders can get in good position to slow him down.
And the Pacers can't get it to go. New Orleans leading by 4. Williamson up top. He's got 14. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williamson. And Mathurin has got the ball here for the Pacers. Here's Nembhard. And the 3 ball is good. 10 points for him.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And here's Ingram from the arc. And he's good on the 3 ball. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
Well, Brandon Ingram answering the call comes right back with 3 of his own.
Got that bucket. 7 points here for Benedict Mathurin.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
The shot's good.
Brandon Ingram's advantage when he's down low like that still comes through in his length.
Nembhard, the pass to Mathurin from the arc. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound in this one. A 3 from McCollum, and again New Orleans with the triple.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
They worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Even though they're still trailing, he continues to be lights out from the field. What a competitor.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
The defender's trying to get aggressive because when Larry Nance Jr. gets into that area, he becomes problematic.
Pelicans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Nance.
Well, we know that Larry Nance Jr. is an athlete. Now it's crucial for him to show that consistently he can knock down a shot, maybe even extending to the 3-point line.
Both free throws good from Nance. Here's McConnell. He's got 8. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. 6 points for Smith.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass. You make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Junior, the Allen.
1:02 left in the 3rd. Throws it up high, and it's Smith finishing it off.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Oh, Nance in position.
Nance Jr. Again. Right in the perfect spot.
51 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Down low. And Smith with the stop.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Here's Alvarado. Nance down low.
So pretty when Larry Nance Jr., even at his size, gets a chance to glide.
There's 39 seconds left in the third. Pass to Toppin. Driving in, and Toppin throws it down.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding. Rising up off the ground.
Pelicans leading by 5.
He's definitely
And that one's good. Daniels. Daniels has got 4 points this quarter.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
I don't know these teams.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
I think the Timberwolves
On the basket by Jones.
You want Jones to be assertive like this. If the three-point shot's there, you got to take it.
Here's Halliburton. That one drops for him. Halliburton's got 15 points.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Jones. It'll count. Oh, to beat the clock. God, what a play!
That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh, man, that's got to be frustrating for the defense, too. You just give up momentum like that at the end of the quarter.
And so it's New Orleans, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Turner is out there with Pascal Siakam. And it's T.J. McConnell. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. And it's Jones in at the 2 guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
And one of the better athletes in his draft class, Mathurin, with quick lift off the floor and then the power to hammer it home. And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop. And Halliburton slides it in.
And the awareness from Zion, I think that's something with playing time, with his maturity, it's going to continue to improve. Now a really good passer at his position.
Floats it up there for Siakam. Williamson with the block. Ingram deciding where to go with it. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Siakam against Williamson. Off target with his 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Terrific feed from Valanciunas, a big man scanning the deck.
Timeout called the Pacers.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
They also don't got Tyrese no more.
The Pacers making a change here. Nemhard's checked in. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, "We have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them." Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thank you, David.
Where's the replay at? I want to see a replay.
Free throw good. Siakam.
A big man who can score, rebound, and pass. This is why Siakam has become a huge piece of this team.
Bro wanted that fist bump.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Pelicans leading by 11. Halliburton looking around. He's looking for Williamson and finds him. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactics.
And those are two loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Williamson, and there's the big-time jam. He slams it right over Turner.
Yeah, it looks like Zion's got the stage all to himself there, just tearing down the rim.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. The Pelicans have gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. Halliburton kicks to Valanciunas. Ingram wide open, and again New Orleans with the triple.
And Ingram seems just more and more confident in his ability to shoot from the three-point line.
Pacers trail by 16. Pass to Siakam from downtown, knocks down the three ball. Siakam's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
And that's rocking the rim. Give him 2 points and tacked on some for style.
Oh, he deserves them. He deserves all the points he can get there. Sensational. Siakam misses.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And the rejection by Valanciunas.
How about that 7'6" wingspan of Valanciunas? That helps him erase the shot.
And the shot goes in. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. I mean, these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're up by 17. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Tyrese Halliburton.
As the ringleader of their offense, he has been on his game tonight, spreading the ball around, keeping everyone involved, making sure the offense never gets bogged down. He's just giving them just what they needed at that point guard position.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here
for New Orleans.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, it looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
And here's Ingram from the arc. He doesn't hit that one. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of patrolling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. You know, there is a better game, there is a worse game, but, you know, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is take rebounds, set of screens. I'm doing that job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.
Pretend like it doesn't say 22 to 23 seasons. See, I can put up 25 points. Neymar put up 17. I mean, everyone put a tribute up to the team. Zion, 22 points. Ingram, 20. Tyrese, 19. And basically, everybody contributed in this match. So yeah, I think that's good. But that's gonna do it for today. I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. Maybe night, I don't know. It depends where you live. But yeah.